Yeah, they see me on top and they get mad cause they can't top me. Got me running up the skull when they even matter cause they can't stop me. Yeah, they see them trying to watch me and they trying to copy and it's looking sloppy. Yeah, we about to get it popping, talking non-stop. Can I get a copy? Yeah, they see me on top and they getting mad cause they can't top me. Got me running up the skull when they... Make money, make money, make money, then you take money, take money, take money.
Hello and welcome back to KSB TV YouTube channel. I'm your host, Black Hexicans, here again for another daily stream, getting straight into my new hardware wallet. So you guys know that I wanted to restart my investment strategy. And so I started with ordering a new hardware wallet. On the advice of Papa B, I decided not to order it off of Amazon. But because of that, it did not come in the amount of time that I hoped it would come in. I ordered it on Saturday, and according to my tracking information, it should be here today. So keep that in mind if you are ordering a hardware wallet and it's a time-sensitive thing, to make sure that you leave at least a week amount of time so that you can get it before you need it, right? Amazon to me is an awesome option, but we have to understand that Amazon is still a middleman, right? So if something was to happen with your Trezor and you wanted to, go and complain to the company, if you buy that Trezor from Amazon, then you are going to have to deal with Amazon instead of dealing with Trezor directly. So today, my guest in the back room, you guys are very, very familiar with. He is a huge part of the KSB team. His name is Abit HEX, and he will be guiding me through a tutorial on how to set up a Model T Trezor wallet. How are you doing, Abit?
Hey, Kaylin, thanks for having me. I'm doing really, really good. Enjoying life here in Mexico. Sun is shining every single day, and I love to hang out with friends like you, with friends in our Hexicans that we do our events and, just work with them, stream with them every day. It's a beautiful life that we have.
Absolutely. And I know a big part of what we do with KSB is provide educational content, right? And so a part of that, our discussions as a team is creating more evergreen content that can last, content that people can come back to again and again if they need help, if they need support in any area of crypto. So this is a live stream. I'm not expecting too many people in the chat, but I do expect for there to be some replays of this tutorial of how to go about setting up your Model T hardware wallet. Do you have that with you today where you can show the audience what it is we're going to be working with?
So this is the hardware device that I'm using, and this is called a Trezor Model T, right? You, I think, ordered the Model 1. This is the Model T. But at the end, it really doesn't matter what kind of model you buy. It is all by Trezor, and it will always then allow you to do the steps that we are taking today. And Black Hexican, let me tell you, you did exactly the right decision going with Trezor, because Trezor allows you to go for the 25th hidden seed phrase wallet, a function that only Trezor has so far, I believe. I have not seen it at Ledger, even though I use Ledger as well. And now I just recently as well figured out how to use this hidden wallet function, and this is exactly what we will show the people today, because this will make your security even one level higher, and we will later on go into a couple of game theories or thought experiments of so people can understand why it is more important. And I have a little meme prepared for you as well, so people can actually really visualize what is the problem that we are trying to solve with the hidden wallet.
Absolutely. So I'm excited. So if you want to go ahead and get right into it, I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah, I think we should definitely head right into it. but I have a little video prepared here as well, just so the people know what we are talking about, because most of the people probably have already set up a Trezor at least once in their lifetime, maybe through MetaMask, for example, maybe through a ledger. And today we want to do all over the steps again, but I have a little video prepared so we can just pick everybody up, and even the new users know what we are talking about right away. So let me bring up my screen share here. In a second, I will have it prepared for you guys. And then we show this little video from Trezor.io, original source. I think that's really important sometimes to mention as well, so the people understand that this is a knowledgeable source. So let's go. So I just went to Trezor, and this is the video that you get to see from Trezor when you ask them, what is the passphrase? So let's do that really quick.
Imagine you could increase the security of your assets by creating hidden wallets without the need of using a second hardware wallet or recovery seed. With the Trezor passphrase feature, you can do exactly that and much more. Your recovery seed is the most critical element of Bitcoin security. You need to make sure that your recovery seed is protected against decay, physical damage, and loss. But it's also important to remember that your recovery seed can be a target of malicious attacks. Anyone with access to a complete list of your recovery words can easily recover your wallet and steal your coins. The passphrase feature adds additional functionality and yet another layer of security to your recovery seed. It allows you to create a secret word, a string of random characters, or a sentence of up to 50 characters that are tied to your recovery seed and generate new wallets on top of it. This way, you can use a single recovery seed to store your coins in a hidden wallet, create fake wallets to confuse potential hackers, or manage multiple wallets from one place. With passphrase, you can protect the recovery seed and improve the functionality of your wallet. Just follow several easy principles. The reason why a passphrase cannot be hacked is because it is not stored anywhere. The only person who knows your passphrase is you. And if you forget your passphrase, there's no one who can recover it for you. There's no incorrect passphrase. Each passphrase, even one with a typo, always creates a new wallet. Always double check to make sure that you're entering the correct passphrase. Once you create a strong and memorable passphrase, you can sit back, relaxed, knowing your coins are safe. Be safe and hodl on.
So in this little video here, we got the gist of it, what it really is. Some people maybe ask, okay, I have 12 words or 24 words. Why do I need an extra word? And this is really the philosophy that you have to understand about this hidden wallet. And that's why I have prepared a little meme here, also from Trezor.io, so it's all original sources, because there is a little bit of a problem here when it comes to security. How secure do you really want to be? How secure do you have to be? Maybe that's also another question that we can ask. So, like I said, most of the people probably already have set up the passphrase. This is the thing that we are seeing here, the recovery seed. This is 12 words or 24 words, and this is like the first level of security. If you have this secured on your piece of paper, then nothing can happen ever to you, right? At least this is the idea. Now, in our head, we can go through different scenarios where, what is if somebody threatens you, if somebody says, hey, give me your words, otherwise I will put you in prison, or otherwise I will lock you up and, I will never let you out. It's like, are the thought experiments that we can do in crypto. And that's why we have this little meme here. And with this meme, it really showcases really good why you need this 24th verse. And also maybe from the real world as well, we just had Andrew Tate, for example. He got thrown into prison by the government, and now the government has seized his Bitcoin, and everybody is like, oh, how were they able to do it? And this meme represents it really easy. So let's read through it really quick. A crypto nerd's imagination. So this is always just an imagination. We are making horribles up here that will probably most of the time never come true. But this laptop is encrypted. Let's build $1 million cluster to crack it. And then the guy is saying, blast, our evil plan is about to foil because this computer is a 4096 BIP RSI. It's like something really complicated to crack. But then in real world, this laptop is encrypted, drug him, and then hit him with this $5 wrench until he tells us the password. And then they're going on with their plan. And this shows exactly if somebody is pressuring you, puts any pressure on you to give them your words, you can then decide, do you want to be the hero and not give out the words, then your crypto is safe, but then you will probably have to suffer from the consequences, or do you want to give them the words and become free again, so they let you out and so on. And today with the hidden wallet, we have another level of security where we can give up those words to whom everybody asks for, the government, the hacker, or somebody who just forces you, the criminal, and still be safe. And how that works, we will explore today with the hidden wallet. Are there any questions so far?
No, I just went and just checked out the Trezor website just to make sure that the hidden wallet feature is available on both the Model 1 and the Model T. And it does show that it does. So that is nice to know that what you're doing today does apply to both models.
Yeah, I checked that as well. It applies to both models, and that's why I like the company Trezor just a little bit more than Ledger, for example. So the question is, how should we go about it? And then I think we should just jump into creating the passphrase. From the beginning, I started with this new device here. I deleted my seed phrase that was on there. Now it is an empty device, and I think we will just screen share the Trezor app, and then we go step by step on how to create the seed phrase.
Perfect.
1 second here.
Now, I do believe there is one difference between the Model 1 and the Model T when it comes to setting up your passphrase. I believe that on the Model T, you set it up directly into the device. And then with the Model 1, is it true that you have to use your computer? Like you type it into the app?
It is possible, yeah. Here we have this big LED screen where we can type on. On the Model 1, you don't have that option. So it is possible that you need a computer for that. But I think it doesn't make too much of a difference when it comes to security. Later on, when we create the hidden wallet, we will be asked, for example, do you want to type in the word into the computer, or do you want to type in the word into the Trezor? And for security reasons, you could say it makes sense to put it always into the Trezor compared to the computer, because a hacker could always have something like a keylogger, for example, right? And this is the reason why you want to put it into the device directly. But you know what? Just like I showed the meme here, most of the time it is just of those imaginable horribles that will never happen, and you just want to make sure that from the philosophy, from the game theory you are safe. But most of the time what happens when people lose their crypto is that they were not cautious with the things that they are doing. They were maybe copy pasting the words that what we are always saying not to do, to always write it down on a piece of paper. So that's why I have it prepared here as well. Maybe they get a phishing attack by somebody who is saying he is from Coinbase or from MetaMask, an employee, a service employee, and he is calling just to check on something. Like stories like this exist, and then they're asking, in order to help you, you have to give me your 12-word seed phrase, and then the people are doing it just because they are not that crypto savvy. And most of the time when people lose their crypto, it is because of something that they have done, and it's not because of the security issues of the hardware device. These are really, really safe, and if you just do the bare minimum, I think it is already such a barrier for a hacker or for a criminal to get to this, that basically further security is not needed. It's more of for the people that are in crypto for a long time already, that are savvy in the technology, and that's really just want to jump up their security level. And this is what we are doing today with the 25th hidden wallet function.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that the only people in my circle, people that I've onboarded that has had any issues with their security, with losing their funds, was because they clicked on links that, you know, said something like, click here for free HEX. So the majority of the time, those type of things are scams, and they are looking to, you know, get into your wallet. So like you said, I think if you are safe with the things that you interact with, don't give permissions just to any old dApps, then any hardware wallet should serve you.
And I know you have done a stream with Papa Bono, for example. He's also an advocate of, you know, having a computer that you do all your chats and all your internet surfing and so on, and then another computer that is dedicated only to crypto. And here you could say, you know, if it's like HEX, where you have a birthday staking ladder and you need to access it only once, you know, then you're really safe with that device, because this device doesn't go to shady places, you know, and is maybe infected by whatever kind of viruses and so on. And your private device, you can then just do anything you want with it. So this is already also a safety barrier that is then a little bit harder to breach for hackers, for example.
Perfect. So yeah, let's bring up the app and get into the setup process.
So the first thing that we want to do is go to Trezor.io and download the correct app for your Trezor, for the Trezor 1 or the Trezor T. In this case, I did that already. So we want to set up a new device today, and we click on Set Up Trezor. Now, the first thing that it will ask you to do is download the newest firmware. Well, I did that already, but if you are doing that for the first time, maybe you have to update it first before you can continue on this step here. So we just click on continue right now. And now it is asking us those two things. Do we want to create a new wallet or recover an existing wallet? Well, we want to do the create new wallet function here today. So let's click on that. And here we have two options again, a standard seed backup or a Shamir share backup. And this Shamir share backup really not needed for our situation right now, because we just want to have a standard wallet that we can then use to interact probably on a daily basis, you know, or make our staking ladder where we sometimes need the Trezor regularly, sometimes not. The Shamir share backup is actually, in my view, more of a thing that you set it and forget it. You know, if you make a 15-year stake, then maybe this would be good to do. Because with this function, you are able now to split up your 12 or 24 words on a piece of paper into multiple pieces of paper. And then these you can hand out to your father, to your mother. And now everybody has a piece of it. And then only if you get those pieces of paper together again, then you can recover it. But in this case, we don't need to do that. So we are going for the standard seed backup. And on this standard seed backup, then we will implement a 25th word even, or in my case, a 13th word, to then make it one step more secure. So let's click on that.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Shamir backup only applies to the Model T. It is not an option on the Model 1.
That might be possible. That's true, yeah. So I clicked on that now, and now on the device, it asks me, do you really want to do that? And then I click on the green button here, like this. And the screen has changed, and now the seed phrase is already created. We could go with skip backup. There are just some use cases to do that when you have to be really quick. But in our case, we want to be secure and not quick. So we create the backup right away. And here is the questions Trezor is asking you. Have you checked your backup in device setting before sending money to the wallet? And never take a photo or make a digital copy of the backup. Keep your backup secured and never share it with anyone. So just the standard things that you always have to have in mind when creating a new wallet. So we have done all of this, and we click on begin backup. And now the picture on my device has changed again, and it says, never make a digital copy of your recovery receipt and never upload it online. And this is actually really, really important. I click on understand, and now it shows to me the words on the screen. So it is actually not on the computer screen, it is in the device. And this is also really important because this is a barrier between a hacker who would right now not be able to get into the device, even if he is logged into the computer and can see what I see. He cannot see the 12 words that we just created. So, and now I have to write down those 12 words. So give me a second here. Without this step, I could not continue, because after I have done this step, the device will ask me, please verify word number 2, word number 5, word number 12, and so on. And this is just a tactic of Trezor to make sure that we really have written down the words correctly. Because remember, after you have done this, it is not possible to recover those words ever again. You see them only once, and only right now where we are able to write them down, we should do so. We will never be able to see them ever again. And that is actually a security feature and not a bug in this case.
Tell me this, when you're looking at the words, are they going straight down in a line on the Trezor, or are they side by side? Like sometimes you see when you're setting up a MetaMask, or is it just a straight line? Because I always tell people to number your words.
Exactly. This is really important to number the words, because then you cannot screw up the the order and so on. So this is I will not use the seed phrase, obviously, because we make it publicly, but I do it exactly the same right now. I write down 1, 2, 3, 4, and I really write it down in this manner. So I just am sure that I have the words in the right order. And maybe a really good tip when creating those seed phrases, or anything actually, you should always be by yourself out of security reasons, but just so you can concentrate as well, because it is totally possible that I make a mistake right now where I write a word wrong, for example, and then I would have a hard time recovering it. Now, somebody could say, arguably, you could brute force it, like a hacker could just see those words and make sure there is no mistake in these words, and then be able to recover them. Or even if you leave out 1 or 2 or 3 words, you are still able with the computer to find the right seed phrase and reconstruct it, basically.
Now, you have mentioned that your seed phrase, when you're doing this setup right here, is 12 words. And then I know we've often heard that hardware wallets give you 24 words. Is that like an option you have where you can say, I prefer a 24-word seed phrase, or does the Model T just default to a 12-word setup?
So from what I know is that this Model T always has the default on 12 words. I don't know if I can, go into the settings and tell it to do 24 words. That would be really interesting to do. But right now, what you guys see here, I have my 12 words written down, and it asks me to hold and confirm this green button here. And then if I'm doing this in the next step, it will ask me to verify word. In this case, for example, I have to click on word number 1. And now I'm looking at my word number 1 here in the list that I have also written down like that, you see, in the right order, and I click on the first word. And now it asks me for word number 6, for example, just to make sure I have all those words in the right order. And I don't need to click on every single word, but only on a couple of ones that it asks me to do. And then this third one is word number 12. So let's do that really quick. And then we have created the seed phrase. Now you have written down your seed phrase. I just click on continue. And it says again, your backup is done. Use your backup when you need to recover your wallet. So whenever I lose this device, for example, I can buy another device like this and put in these words, and I will be able to recover exactly the address that we just created. But before we are able to look into the address and look in all those functions, it asks us to create a pin as well. So let's do that really quick. And this pin here is not too crucial. As long as you have your seed phrase, you really don't need the pin. The pin is just for somebody who finds this device here to then not have access to the seed phrase, which the seed phrase is in this device at this very moment. So let's click on continue to pin and set up a pin so we can see how that works. It also changes the screen right now and it says, do you really want to enable pin protection? And I say, yes, I want to do that. And here, really interesting, the number pad on the Trezor, it is not like a normal number pad that goes from 1 to 3. It is like in random order here. I guess it does that for security reasons as well. So you always have to really look at the numbers and make sure you type in the correct pin, for example. So I've put in the pin and now I have to just do it again. And this is how they make sure that I have really written down the correct pin for myself.
Is it a 4 or 6 digit pin, or do you have the option to decide?
It is a 4-digit pin in this case. And I think you cannot change that. It's always 4.
Okay. Because I believe on the ledger, it was 6.
Oh, really?
Sure. Yeah.
I think on my ledger, it's also 4. If it's 6 on the ledger, then you would be able to change that. I know Internet Money does it in this way where they make it possible for you to change it if you want to. You can use 6 or 4.
4. Yeah. I feel like Ledger gives you that option as well.
So now I have everything complete on the device, and now it has just this home screen. It says My Trezor, and we have created the recovery phrase, and we have put in the pin into the device. And now let's click on continue and see what is the next step here. You know, I don't have any Bitcoin, so I click the Bitcoin thing away, and we are seeing now only the Ethereum wallet has this little check mark in there. And this is all I need, actually. I don't need all the other coins on there as well to make it then harder for me to see what I have in crypto.
Mm.
And then afterwards, you click on complete setup. And now your Trezor is basically set up. I could put in another name here, for example. Let's do that really quick. So now my Trezor is called Abit. I have to verify that here on the device as well. And now it says my name on the home screen. I think that's pretty cool. But to go on to see our crypto and see our address that we have created, we click on Access Suite. And now you see here, it asks you do you want to access into the standard wallet or the hidden wallet? Well, let's do the standard wallet first, because, you know, I can give you advice from my 3 years of experience that I have in crypto. Right now, we are in a live stream, for example. So I would probably not use this at all. Sometimes you are, on the TV, or your children are around, your friends are around, you're creating a seed phrase like this. This is also really, really bad, because we human beings, we can make mistakes in every single area of our life. And that's why when you create a seed phrase, you should always be by yourself, in my opinion. And the next step that I would do right now, if this seed phrase was for me as crypto to use, I would go into the settings here. I would go to devices, and right away I would factory reset the device, just so I am forced to put in my words into the device again, and to make 100% sure I have the right order, I have the right words, I have done everything correctly, and I'm able to recover this very seed phrase. This is like the first step of security that you do. It is a redundancy, because Trezor asked us already to put in word number 1, 6, and 12, for example. I was able to do that, but all it means really is that I know what is word number 1, 6, and 12, and all the other words in between, they could be mixed up, or for whatever reason, because I was not that careful with writing them down. So this is like the first redundancy that I use. This is my tip for everybody out there. If it's a cryptocurrency wallet that you really want to use, where you want to send your funds and every single day you do something, then this is the first redundancy that everybody should do, to click here on factory reset. We don't really have to do that right now because it would just bring us back to the step where we would have to then put in the seed phrase into the device. Or do you want to do that as well, just so the people see how it works?
No, I think that that's pretty self-explanatory, but it is a good step just to ensure before you put funds into that wallet that you have confirmed that that seed word is correct. So,
and this is not the only redundancy that I have when it comes to creating seed phrases. When I create a seed phrase, something that I want to use, then I am doing this 3 times. I have this redundancy 3 times, especially in the next step when it comes to the hidden wallet. We really need to do it. Here, maybe it was really a little bit redundant because we have our words and so on. But in the next step, there's nothing ever checking us if we are correct or not. So we skip the factory reset for now. The next thing that I want to do is I want to go to the dashboard and I want to check what is the address of the seed phrase that I just created. If I want to receive cryptocurrency and I want to send money to this very seed phrase, then I need to know where to send it to. And that's why you can click here on accounts and show full address. And then what it does is this. It opens up this picture. It opens up also the address on the device. And I just check here the last 4 digits, which is 14C2. And I can now check it on the screen as well. And it is 14C2, and I click green. So this is also important to do, just so you check that this is genuine, that your address here on the ledger is also shown on the screen. What I do now is I write those last 4 words, last 4 digits on my piece of paper, 14C2, and then again I would go and factory reset the device, put in my words again, and then I would try to show this address again. And then only then, if this address shows me 14C2, then I would continue with the next step, which is creating the hidden wallet. So this is like the first redundancy that we have, and that, in my point, we really need to do, just because it is so important. Nobody can ever recover those things for you, and if you lose money in crypto, it's because you did something wrong. And this is just like the reason for this, to go to your receiving address and check if this receiving address is you can recover that. And then what I like to just write it down on the piece of paper as well, so I always know what seed phrase belongs to what address, for example.
Yep.
So now when we want to create a hidden wallet, we can click here and then plus add hidden wallet. And now that's where it becomes like really, really crucial to do exactly the steps that I am showing you today. Because right now, you are choosing yourself what passphrase or what hidden word you want to enter in here. And let me see, does it, for example, if I go with something easy like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that is really easy to remember. But if somebody knows that you are crypto savvy, that you are probably know of a hidden wallet function, then what is there to say that the hacker would not try to get access to your words and then just try it out? Anything he can try out, he will try out, and he will then probably try to get to the hidden wallet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. He could use a smart computer to then brute force easy hidden wallet passwords, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's actually important to maybe do something like this. And you see here the green bar lights up. When you have a really easy word like this, it's all red. And then if you have something more sophisticated, it goes all into the green. Because at the end, what you have to understand is that maybe today the crypto that you own is not worth a lot. But at one point in 10 to 15 years, it might be hundreds of millions of dollars. And then a hacker is basically incentivized to take his time and try whatever it takes to get to these words. And then he will buy really expensive equipment to really try to get to the hidden wallet. And this is the reason why you just choose something that you can remember, and also it is not easy to brute force. Maybe a combination of 2 or 3 or 4 words, you know. For example, yeah, you just
was right.
what are you saying? It was right. Would work. But here's also something like if a hacker has access to those words, the next step he will do is try to see if there are hidden wallets. And in order to do so, he will just grab a lot of data, put that data into his computer, and then the computer himself will try to brute force words like this. Like Richard Hardwell's right is written into the internet so often that he will probably try to use this piece of data as well. So it's always good to, you know, make some
numbers and symbols and
exactly mix it up like we have it here, for example. And Richard Hard 3, like Richard 3 Hard 2 was 1 right, is already way harder to brute force and to make this, to hack this. And now what is really important is that look at what we have written down here. We have Richard in capital letters, we have H in capital letters, and every single letter that we put in here changes the hidden wallet. So if we, let's bring it back here. So 1, 2, 3, no, maybe that's a bad. ASD, just because the letters are next to each other, is a different wallet than ASD. So it really makes a difference if you have capital letters or if you have small letters. And it always creates a new hidden wallet on top of the wallet that you have created. And this is the hidden wallet function. Like with this, we have now explained why it is so important to really be in your quiet zone. You know, you can really concentrate when creating this, because when you put something in and I click on access hidden wallet, what it will do, I just use these easy words now myself, just to present to the viewers how easy it is to set that up. And we click on access hidden wallet, then it asks me here on the device to verify. I click on OK. It shows me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the screen, so I can just double check, you know, and then also write it down on a separate piece of paper. But what I want to say is, like, now in the next step, for me personally, I would obviously put in the digit that I have created. And here it already says, this hidden wallet is empty. To make sure you are in the correct hidden wallet, please type the passphrase again. And this is what we are doing right now. We are confirming that this is the hidden wallet that we want to access. And it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the first thing that I do is I try to click on receive, and I make the address visible again. So now I see 88B9. It also says the same thing on the device. And the point that I want to get to is, let me write that down really quick. And now in the next step, there was only this step of me to verify on the screen if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the hidden wallet that I wanted to create, right? But we humans, we make mistakes. We maybe see something and then it's something different just because we want to see it like this. So the very first step for me now, before I go on again, is device, and then I will factory reset the device again. And only if I'm able to recover the seed phrase with my words and with my hidden passphrase, then I will continue. And how do you prove that you have the correct hidden wallet? Because the hidden wallet, remember, the capital letter and the normal letters, they all make a new hidden wallet. So in order to really make sure that we have recovered the correct one, is to go to receive, is to show full address, and then to look at what I have written down before. And it says 88B9. It is exactly what I have written down. And this is how I now am sure that I'm able to recover the seed phrase and the hidden wallet. And it is everything written down correctly in a 100% manner. And only then, if I have at least those 2 redundancies, then I would consider sending funds to these addresses. But actually, I would not start sending addresses right away, because we said already, if a hacker or anybody, anybody who knows you knows probably that you are crypto savvy, you are a teacher in crypto, that you know the hidden wallet. So basically what you want to do is you want to create one hidden wallet that you are able to give away without losing all your funds. So the hidden wallet that I just created, I would just call it hidden wallet 1. And if somebody asks me for my seed phrase and pressures me to give it to him, I would give it to him. If he then says, hey, Abit, you are so smart, you probably know about hidden wallets, give me your hidden wallet as well, then I would even give him the word, the 25th word, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now he is happy. He will now leave me alone and he will go on, and I am still have my other hidden wallets going on in the background, which nobody, by the way, knows about, and that's why I would now do the third part, which is create a second hidden wallet, which is then actually my wallet that I am using. And just by saying these tactics already, this makes me vulnerable to somebody, somebody who would know now that I use these tactics, and I would probably have to create like 3, 4, 5 hidden wallets in order to still be safe, because at the end, nobody can ever check how many hidden wallets do you really have. And every single time I do that, it is really important for me, and I want to say that again, that you take your time, first of all, and then you do all the redundant steps that I'm showing you. Create a seed phrase, and then immediately reset the device. Create the hidden wallet 1 and immediately reset the device. And before you reset the device, it only makes sense to reset the device if you have written down the last couple digits of the Ethereum address that you have created. Because if you have not done that and you reset the device, you will never know 100% for sure if you just created the same device or if you have created another seed phrase or another hidden wallet, for example.
Right. So I have a question for you. I know it's not best practices to take your hardware seed phrase and insert it straight into MetaMask, right? Because MetaMask store those seed phrase in the background. So you're essentially removing that layer of protection, the reason why you have the hardware wallet. But it is a backup, right? You lost somebody stole your hardware wallet. You have fear that they are going to steal all your crypto. So you want to go ahead and insert, your seed phrase in a MetaMask so that you can move all those funds out of that address, right? With the hidden wallet feature, are you able to access that if you don't have access to the device itself?
Well, if you don't have access to the device itself, it's no problem. You would have to buy another device like this that uses the hidden wallet function. If your other device is a ledger, then it would not be possible to put in the 25th word. The same goes with MetaMask. If you want to put in your 12 words into the MetaMask, it only works and you can only recover your hidden wallet once you import it from a hardware device. So the steps that you would go on is somebody steals your device, you would buy a new one, you put in your words into this new device, and then you put in the 25th word into this device as well.
Okay. So what about if Trezor was to go out of business and now you no longer have access to the Trezor suite? How do you then access your hidden wallet? Are you susceptible to Trezor being around forever?
I'm not 100% expert on all the security things, but I am pretty sure it works just like we have all the front ends in HEX, right? There's not only go.hex.com, but there's also backup HEX, there's app.icosa.pro, Staker app, and so on. So I'm 100% sure there are other smart people that use this this technology to build their own front end to do exactly what you were just describing.
Perfect. Got it.
And often I hear the question, what happens if you have set up your MetaMask account with the 12 words? Can you then still back it up with a hardware wallet? And that's yes, the answer is yes, you can use your 12 words from MetaMask. You put those 12 words into the Trezor, and then in the MetaMask, you import the Trezor. And then you basically have the same security as when you have a hardware wallet set up right away.
So would that mean that those 12 words are not being stored in the settings or in the background of the data in MetaMask?
Yeah, exactly. So you would have to then deinstall your MetaMask. So the most of people have installed their MetaMask, and their seed phrase is in their MetaMask. They have also written it down, obviously. But in this case now, they would delete this MetaMask that they have installed already. Right now, at this point, the seed phrase only exists on a piece of paper. So the next step is to use your hardware device, put your seed phrase into the hardware device, and then connect the hardware device with a new MetaMask that you have installed. So now there is a seed phrase in your MetaMask, but you don't use this one. You only use the one that you have imported from your device.
Absolutely. Well, that is, I didn't even realize it was that simple. So I appreciate you going over that additional option that you have.
Thank you. Yeah, and from my experience in crypto, the 3 years I've done a lot of mistakes, and because I'm with the KSB line and we have Kryptosparbuch, we have KSB TV, we are always trying to break it down to the easiest and simplest terms. And that's why I am forced to come up with all those examples that then are easy to explain. And by now, I think we have it down pretty good. And this is why I can give a lot of examples from my experience where I did mistakes or where I had to explain it to somebody. And I believe I have like all those things that maybe high advanced users will not give you or cannot give you because maybe they don't see these problems that a new user has, but I'm confronted with that every single day. And that's why I think like the hidden wallet and how to use it correctly, even have this tool available where you can give away your seed phrase, where you can give away one hidden wallet and still have other hidden wallets for you and are still secure. I think this is a big gem.
Absolutely. I actually feel like just that feature of the hidden wallet puts Trezor, over Ledger. I know I was hearing a lot about the pressing of the buttons on the Ledger, right? That's something that people are annoyed with. But to me, that wasn't enough to say, okay, this one is better than the other. But this hidden wallet feature is definitely icing on the cake.
Well, it goes both ways. The reason why people are saying the buttons on the ledger are annoying because once you want to do a lot of transactions, you have to click them really often, and it just doesn't feel like that good, But then it also goes the other way. If you have to do a lot of transactions, then with the Trezor is a little bit in a disadvantage because the Trezor always makes you to export the seed from your device into MetaMask. It will ask that for every single time, where the Ledger, if you do it once, it will not ask you to do that for every single transaction. So with the Ledger, it actually goes a little bit faster. It just doesn't feel that good when you click.
Okay, so that is useful information as well. So I think that, I feel very confident to be able to set up my Trezor when it does finally arrive. That was much easier than I expected it to be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it.
I now see I have another video prepared from Andreas Antonopoulos. Normally Hexicans don't show him too much, but it was just to explain that, most of the people don't know that, but everybody who creates a seed phrase is already using the hidden wallet function actually, because if you don't use the hidden wallet function, if you just go with the standard wallet, the standard word is mnemonic. It's something like crazy hard to spell like this. So only if you decide to make your hidden wallet and you create a word specific to you, then this default word is not implemented, but this new word that you created. So this was something that I had prepared as well, but I think we don't really need to show that.
Okay, it's up to you. I'm here for it.
All right, then let's do that. Andreas Antonopoulos is somebody that I was even listening to before Richard Hart. So that's why I always go to his streams as well and try to listen to him. And with this, then you really understand what the mnemonic seed phrase is.
By default, if you don't use a passphrase, it uses the word mnemonic as the salt in that password stretching algorithm. Think about it this way. We take the 24 words, we throw in another value, which we call the salt, which is just the text of the word mnemonic. And then we mix it up. 2,000 times through a hashing algorithm that repeatedly hashes to produce another value. Now, the reason for that function, that password stretching algorithm, which is called PBKDF2, is that the password stretching ensures that it's difficult to brute force the passphrase. If you are using a passphrase on your business,
and that's the only thing that I wanted to show, that he shows it really nice that, it is mixed up. It is always using this salt, this word that everybody uses if you don't put in your own word. So it is possible to brute force Richard Hart was right, because Richard Hart was right is so often used in the internet. So a hacker could just use a lot of data to then brute force those hidden wallet words. And that's why it's important to come up with something that you will remember, but something that has also a lot of variety. And then we also showed that it will show you if it is a good hidden wallet word or if it's a weak hidden wallet word. Because I always bring it back to this. Is it worth for somebody to hack your device right now? Like today, you have $10 on a device. It's probably not worth the effort of the hacker. But one day, because you're in the best asset class in crypto history, and in this case, HEX, your wallet will be worth millions of dollars. And you probably have stakes on that as well. And then hackers will try whatever they can to get to this huge amount of funds. And they will even buy really expensive devices to then brute force those words. And that's why it's really important to do the redundancies that I teach you about, but also take your time to find the hidden word that you can trust yourself, and also remember, But also, I guess remembering is not the best, because we learned from Papa B, you never want to have a brain wallet. Always write it down, but have the seed phrase and the hidden wallet phrase separate from each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was very thorough. Thank you for that tutorial. I feel like you did an excellent job of teaching us how to go about setting up your Trezor wallet. I have a couple of announcements just, to wrap up the stream. But if you have any final words that you want to share, then the floor is yours.
Well, I'm working really hard right now on KSB TV, and there is one video that, man, I was so proud of on creating. It is the testimonial of the only Juan. He escaped death 4 times before he then found Richard Hart and found HEX and changed his life financially as well. So what I've done is I created the videos. There are 3 different videos on KSB TV. I've uploaded it. Our members, they can already watch it. And so far, what is public is only the introduction video, the 2-minute clip of the only Juan, where he is like briefly explaining his story. And then if you want to see the full testimonial, you would have to log into the KSB TV membership on YouTube. I think it only costs $2. But anyways, in like next week, when my work is a little bit easier, then I will make these videos public as well. We will have the only Juan, the guy who escaped death 4 times and then found the HEX, on our channel KSB TV. And I just want to make everybody excited, because I've seen that not too many people have watched this intro of this testimonial. And I think it's really something that everybody should look into it, because it is the same story that I have. It's the same story that so many Hexicans have, coming from nowhere, getting rescued by Richard Hart with the sci-fi books and videos, and then finding financial freedom through hex.com.
Yeah, the only thing that takes his story to the next level is that this man escaped death 4 times. His story really is incredible. And to hear him tell it firsthand is it's touching. I've watched it quite a few times, and it's very well put together. His story is excellent. So you haven't seen it, I definitely think that you should check that out. If you want to hang out with the KSB team, then you have another opportunity coming up soon. Go visit hexcruise.com. We will be leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, going to the Bahamas for 4 wonderful days. Like I expected, after February 8th passed, there was some more inventory that became available. The prices are a little bit higher than they were a couple of months ago, but I do think that this ship will sell out. So it's very possible that these prices will go up again. So if you are interested in coming on the HEX Cruise, please fill out that booking form on the HEX Cruise website. And if you're already planning on coming to the HEX Cruise with us, then please go to ksb.tv/shop and pick yourself up a HEX Cruise t-shirt. The first day that we get on the boat, we're going to try and take a huge group photo. They have these really large, wonderful stairs. So I could see like all the Hexicans just taking over that spot. So those t-shirts are on ksb.tv. And then my last announcement is to come and join me again tomorrow. Same time, same place, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern for our lady stream. Friday is for the girls. And so I have some awesome guests that will be with me tomorrow. We have CZ Hexing, Lindsay the Hexican, and Hex Siren. So please tune in for that tomorrow. And I think, Abit, you have another stream coming up today. Is that right?
Yes, I have another stream in 3 hours going on with Dipcatcher. We will be talking about the DCA trading algorithm and also go into Maximus DAO, into the perpetuals, because I have seen so many Hexicans, they don't know what Maximus DAO is, they don't know what a perpetual is, what it really represents, what big problem it solves in the Hex ecosystem. And I think we need to really show the people. And I'm also really excited about the DCA trading algorithm, which is something new for me as well. So everybody who wants to learn about that, how to catch those juicy dips, this is how Dipcatcher always says it, is invited to join us in 3 hours. We are live here on KSB TV as well.
Absolutely. And then the last thing is that on Monday, we will have our team stream. We haven't got together as a team in a while, so that should be fun. KSB Lion will join us, and we'll go over all the things that we plan to do on the HEX Cruise and some more interesting announcements regarding the KSB team. So that is all that I have. Abit, if you have anything else, then you can share that. But if not, then we'll end it here.
Well, thanks for having me. And I will now go back to my room to edit again.
Absolutely. You have a good day. All you guys in the chat, thanks for being here. You guys also have a good day. And I will see you tomorrow. Abit, we'll see you later on today. Have a good day.